One clap. Two claps. One clap. Two claps. One clap. Two claps. One clap. Alright, good morning everybody. My name is Adrian Joseph, like Malia said. I told I don't say much about me because I would have liked to introduce myself to you. She would have reached out to me a few days ago and told me that they had something going on in Embacadere. I'm from the Larman area as well. I'm knowing who she is and her mom and stuff. I jumped on board immediately to say I have my full support. I would have grew up in the Larman area. I went to Larman Government. I then attended St. College. At Form 4, I would have been awarded a scholarship to play basketball in the United States. I didn't write CXC. I left before that. I went to the United States and played for 3 years in high school. I was ranked one of the top players in the United States, top 100 players. And then I went to the University of Virginia and did my degree in anthropology. Anybody know what anthropology is here? Right, that's forensic anthropology. That's where you see bodies, dead bodies, and you determine how old the person was, how they died, the last meal they ate, by looking at different specimens and stuff. I then pursued a career in professional basketball. I worked out in Washington Wizards of the NBA, and then I went to play basketball in Europe. I played all over Europe. I played in Spain, I played in Qatar, in the Middle East, Dubai, Mexico. And I'm not bragging about myself, I'm just showing you that I came from humble beginnings and I didn't know where it was going to take me. Right? I didn't grow up. We made ends meet. Sometimes some days were difficult, some days were hard, but I love basketball. I love this sport so much that the first thing when I sleep in the night, my pillow was a basketball. Right? I wake up in the morning and go to basketball. I get legs because all I'm studying is basketball. And I even sometimes I'm missing out on homework because all I want to do is play basketball. Right? But that was my passion. Right? And I'm telling you, what I want to let you all know is what is your passion. Right? If it's cricket, if it's football, if it's basketball like I did, if it's playing an instrument, music, drawing, you choose it. But whatever you choose and whatever you love, be passionate about it. And just stick to that passion because I didn't know what was going to happen. I just loved playing basketball. And then it had one day some coaches came from America and they were looking at the kids in Trinidad and what they could possibly do with the basketball field. And I attended the camp and I was selected. I didn't think I would have been selected, and that's when my life changed. The Orange basketball did everything for me. I got a free education. I get to travel on a plane to go to the United States. I get to travel all over the world just because of basketball. Right? So my message to you is, whatever you're passionate about, well, you don't have nothing to do as kids. Play a sport, go to school. You have no bills to pay. You gotta wake up and go to do a 9-to-5 job. Your job is just to go to school, get good grades, make sure you listen to what the teacher is saying, and pay attention to your homework, and whatever sport you love, be passionate about it. Work every day at both things. And the sky's the limit to you all. Right? My message to the parents is to support your kids as much as possible. Whatever they're doing, just support them. Don't wait until we have a tradition in Trinidad where kids end up pursuing a sport or something and they get good, and that's when we recognize them. Don't wait until they get good to recognize them. Be the grassroots are their development. So when they were going through the developmental phase and they're not good, let me still be there to support them. So when they get to that point, we know we're there from day one. Right? Always support them, always be there for them. Right? I am back in Trinidad now. I have a basketball program. I have about 65 kids in my club. 5 on scholarship at the moment in the United States. So the sky's the limit for you all. Just continue wherever you're doing, wherever you're pursuing. Just work hard at it. I'm always around Malia, her mom. I'm always willing to render my support to talk to kids, talk to parents, mentor, guidance, wherever academic guidance, and wherever it may be, I'm always around. I'm not too far away, and like I say, I'm here back in Trinidad, and I'm always grateful to render my support to development of our next generation of kids. So that's it for me. I'm grateful to be here, and thank you for you all being here to render your time to this occasion. Thank you very much. No questions? None?
Question.
Yeah.
Right. For them. So you said that you are from Trinidad and you were able to reach the different countries, United States and so on. Can you give us an idea of what are some of the steps that you took from being in Trinidad as a regular boy to get to that place? What are some of the things that you did apart from the school? What are some of the things? What are some of the hurdles you had to overcome?
First and foremost, one of the biggest hurdles we got the weather conditions. The snow, the challenges in terms of facing what cold it was, making adjustments. So even though we speak English, there's still a language barrier where some people don't understand what I'm saying. Right? So when I go back to talking about the passion of the sport, or the passion of what you do, that was what really pushed me or propelled me through what I would have been doing in the United States. So when any challenges would have hit, I would have been always in the gym working out, always looking for something to do to better myself as a student and as an athlete. So there were many challenges in terms of, like I say, the language barrier, the weather condition, the challenges financially. But that's when I made the sacrifice to say I'm going to push myself through the sport and make the sport my avenue to make me a better person or a better athlete. And that's what helped me through all my challenges going through the United States and the different countries.
And you have to be disciplined. I don't think many people would have to have this discipline.
Discipline in the sense of being committed to what you're doing. So I would wake up, at that point in time, I wake up 5 o'clock every morning and train. 5 o'clock, then get ready for school. After that, we have practice as a team, and then after that, I train by myself again. So my goal was always to play professional basketball, and I was always working towards that. So the discipline factor was in the United States, where it may be a little more lenient in Trinidad. You always had to have your grades at a certain level in order to play. If your grades wasn't good enough, you couldn't participate in any sport. And if you couldn't participate in any sport, then it was useless in the system, so you would have to come back home because you would have been failing. So you have to balance, and that's what they call it student athletes. You always have to have your grades up while you participate in the sport. Right here, and by bettering themselves, now they can tape themselves and put it out there for coaches to see. So a coach will have to come all the way to Trinidad to see the ability that this kid has, and that's one of the biggest challenges that we would have overcome. So basically, I would say the most important factor is the investment in terms of, like I say, waking up in the morning, training, and I use this example in all of that program that I talk about, which is penmanship. At one point in time, when a child writes their name, let me say in kindergarten, they can really write scribbles, they have to write letters, and as time goes by, the consistency of writing the name, it becomes easier. And after a point in time, you can close your eye and write your name. And you know how to spell your name now. Right? So that comes from consistency. And they invest in consistency in whatever they're doing, whatever craft they're doing, it becomes so much easier. It's so much more confident come from consistency. And when they put it on each social media platform, I have kids that are doing that right now. Coaches are able to reach back out to them and give them feedback internationally as to what they need to do and where they need to work on in order to better themselves. So they have that one-on-one engagement with these international entities that may help them so much more, where we didn't have that before. So social media did a lot. And that's
and nobody never know. Please keep on